Good afternoon, my name is Majic Palmer and I'll be doing a video. But I'm going to do some cover stuff, also in a band as well, so I'm selecting the songs that I do in the band which are similar to the structure of the original of a cover track. But I've got to do the lyrics and some of the samples and a few other bits and pieces. So I decided also to be able to do it live solo, which would be quite nice because I can use, I've got the Ableton Push that I can use, iPad, synth that I can take out, and then Ableton Live on a laptop and do it as like a sort of combined effort. So what we're doing today is, as his title says, I am starting with my first track. I probably won't play them in this order, but I thought I'd remix them in this order. I haven't even labelled it yet, but yeah, it's Jump Around by House of Pain, which is a great track, and it's definitely one for crowd pleasers. I'm going for crowd pleasers. I'm going for crowd pleasers. But also a little bit to my style, which is hip hop and dance. So it's kind of my favourite music. I do like rock as well, but playing a rock, I'd like to play rock. I might play some rock tracks. Yeah, because I think we do Poison, so I need to do that as a solo. So there's definitely going to be some rock as well. But it's my three favourite elements, I suppose. Also like funk. I like a lot of stuff. Anyway, let's get off that. Yeah, right. So basically, I found this website called Who Sample Presents, and I typed in House of Pain, and it shows you 3 tracks that they sampled. It says there's another 71 more connections, which will be interesting. Drums off here, I didn't know that, and the vocals. Let's check this out. I haven't heard this yet. Samples appear at 1, so if you could hear it.
Are you ready on the?
Okay. So they just used the start bit.
Are you ready on the right?
So they used that sample. Tramp. For the drums, did they not use one? I've heard that a lot of times in different. I've definitely heard that. I hope you can hear that. If you can't, then oh well. Right. Do I need that sample? Where is that? Samples at 30. Sorry. 33 and throughout. So let's just get to 33 because it's really. I think it's that do 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 do, the bass line, which and it says some drums as well. But I don't need the drums and bass line are not really what I'll be doing. I'll be kind of replicating that myself. So I've got 3 samples here. I did download the wrong one, but I re-downloaded it. Shoot Your Shot by Junior Walker and the All Saints. Junior Walker, Jesus, you can tell I'm ill. Chubby Checker with Popeye the Hitchhiker and Bob and Earl with the Harlem Shuffle. Right, let's so check out what I've done is you just throw them in. So if you've never used Ableton for sampling before, now I do have an Ableton Push, but I don't know. I can use it, but I'm very slow. Whereas I've been doing mouse and keyboard with Ableton for about blooming heck, 8 years, 10 years, 8 years. I don't know, a long time. So what you do is you throw the sample onto the timeline, and it'll go and it'll create it like that. And then you can double click it to go into the sample, and then you can come back out by the bottom right. So I'm not going to go too much of what I'm doing. I'm just going to try and get this done ASAP and as quick as I can. So Popeye, let's have a listen to this sample. I thought I just sampled this. So let's have a listen solo. So yeah, I've pretty much started this. I did this, and then I thought, oh, I'll do it as a video. So it's this bit here that I want. So 2 to 3. So I've basically gone in there. I've warped the start of the beat, and I've put it on that 2. And then I've warped the next beat, which I think it should be. Sometimes it'll be a little bit awkward. So let's try that and let's see what happens. There you go. So if that is 2 to 3, so I can just take the rest of it out now, and I can delete all this, and I've got that's Control D to duplicate. So let's just see. I'm missing the start. Why am I missing the start? Oh, I've got the wrong one. That's why. Stupids. It's this one that I want. So I can just duplicate that and duplicate that, duplicate. And obviously part of it will sound a bit, just sounds a bit like it's stretched a little bit. Doesn't sound sounds a bit crap. Sounds a bit like low bit rate or sort of just a bit off if you listen to it. So what you do is, instead of beats here, you just press Complex Pro, and you can change these a little bit. But to be fair, the quality, the power of Ableton, and then just reduplicate. Because if you change the one, so like if I change this sample to Complex Pro and change the transpose it up 20 semitones, then it only changes that sample. It doesn't change the other samples. Whereas what you can do as well is you can do a sampler. You can use a sampler or simpler, which is an Ableton VST plugin, and you can put the sample in there, and then once you tweak it, once you bring it out of there, then that's your sample. Which is another good way, but it's not really the way I've been using it. It's the way I'm going to use it. So, for example, if I change the thing up there, and then it's going, because after this sample here, it's playing the others basically. So it's going, and then you just press Control Z. Now the ending doesn't sound right to me, so let's move that out of the way. That's better. So just duplicate it. So that is our first sample. Now let's have a listen to Shoot Your Shot. There's that. That's the key thing. That was the thing originally why I was on this program and getting it, because I need this for the actual band, because we play rock drums and guitar and bass, and then I play a bit of sort of synth stuff, but I also need to be able to just trigger that sound, which is that there. So I don't need all this, so I'm getting rid of that. I just need that. So if I go into this sample, we can turn warp on and then turn warp off. Gets rid of all warps, because Ableton decides, or tries to decide, to it warps it for you. And don't get me wrong, if you stick in hi-hats, kick drums, mainly a rhythm, mainly a rhythm, if you stick a rhythm in, it will warp it, and it's usually bang on when it does it. So yeah, so it's that, isn't it? So bring it to the 1, and then it will play it. Just need the before it. So, and then you can also put the tempo on, which is up the top left, and you'll hear the clicks. So there's 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's my second beat, which is a hi-hat. As well, looking at WAVs for years, it doesn't take you long to go, oh, that's a beat or some sort of hit. So it's a snare or a kick usually. So you can just drag it straight in. Let's stick one there. See, that's now out. So I just need to come back slightly. Let's go back to the sample. I'm sorry for the loudness of this. So it's so it's almost still there. be weird for a second. I was confusing myself now. So what? That. Ah, so there's a. Yeah, I don't need. I don't know why it's been all fast after that. See now. Let's go back up. Always put that onto the beat if you can. So. Try and look for the second bit. So let's try coming back a bit. It's there, innit? Got to get that first beat in. I mean, we could tweak it after. I need to hear it. I could just go from there now, dude. And then I just want that second, which I think it's there. I'll look at it. So it's confusing. It's far too fast. You can see I'm having a lot of trouble with this because I think the WAV file doesn't reflect what I'm actually trying to do. Whereas you'd think, oh, that's a beat, just stick it in a beat. It's going to be quite fast, isn't it? And that's the second one. So it's definitely. Just sounds like it's out by one, doesn't it? So if I go so this is probably really boring for you lot, because this is sometimes you get to a sample and it just fries your brain because you got the beep. So I need to hit these. I think as well because I'm recording it, it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But I'll get it. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. These fucking things are definitely. So those definitely need to be on there. So it's doom doom ksh, doom 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 ksh, doom. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. So those motherfuckers on one on there and one on there. So that then goes to there. That then is on there. That there is definitely on there. So that it should be in. Fuck for that. Right. So I have the sample here. Oh yeah. If you select something and then move it, you can just sort of get rid of the other stuff without sort of cutting it with scissors. There you go. So I've almost got, and then I've got this sample. Now if you put the two together, you're just going to end up with a mess. So to me, it almost needs stretching a little bit because it doesn't start quick enough, does it? Shit. Hang on. If we go back and put, so you definitely want that there, and you definitely want that there to leave. You know, you can always then move it, and it won't adjust the others. There you go. So if, it sounds like a cat, doesn't it? It's quite right. Complex. So there's a bit of a clip in there. So what you can do with clipping is take the one tab off, the little yellow one, and put one just before, and then just stretch it slightly. And what it'll do is this will stay in the same, but just time stretch that a little bit. So it works. It works. How long have we done video wise? Because I don't want to go for ages. It's going to be ages. It's going to take me a long time. I can still hear it. Ah, it's on the bottom. If you look at the bottom, that's where it's starting. A little bitch. So if we move you out of the way, there you go. So then we just copy that across. I might put some audio reverb on that. But anyway, let's get the third sample down, which is this. I don't need any of that. I think you all know what I need, which we'll do the same again. So we'll open it up. I might need 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Dun, dun, dun. I don't think the House of Pain version, say the original version, House of Pain version is actually in time. The start bit, I don't think it is, just using it off the top of my head, but I want it to be, so I can like go through the tune and use this sample. Everyone knows it, or something like that, you know. 4, 1, 2, dun, dun, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there, and then I just cut the sample off the end there. Done. So there we have. Ah, missing it. You bastard. Let's move this there. There we go. So, try again. And then the side. Also, just before